time, weather, and...
Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd. And I'm Todd. I've been listening to the Guess Who lately. I've been going through my reel-to-reel tapes, which I haven't looked at in ages, and I've been cataloging them and learned that I had 3 albums by the Guess Who on reel-to-reel tape. So I thought, I'm going to listen to these. I started listening to them and I went, these are really good albums. I wonder what else the Guess Who released on reel-to-reel tape. The reason I say that is not every vinyl album that was released in the 60s and the 70s was released on reel-to-reel tape. It was very selective. I don't know how they picked which albums to put on reel-to-reel and which ones not to. So I thought, I got to take a look at their discography. So I went to Wikipedia to take a look at the Guess Who's discography. I started looking at their list of singles that they released and found that they did a song called Hurting Each Other. This was in 1965. And I'm going, I'm wondering if this is the same song that the Carpenters released and had a big hit with in the 70s. So I looked up the song Hurting Each Other in Wikipedia, and sure enough, it was recorded by Chad Allan and The Expressions in 1965 for an album that was called Hey Ho, What You Do to Me. In 1966, they released it as a single, and in Canada, where Chad Allan and The Expressions are from, the song went to number 19 on their singles chart. Now, who's Chad Allan and The Expressions? Well, they changed their name soon after that to Guess Who with a question mark. Well, when Chad Allan left, Burton Cummings replaced Chad Allan as the vocalist, and they took the question mark and off the Guess Who and added a the Guess Who. So that's where Chad Allan and The Expressions moves into the Guess Who. So I thought to myself, I got to hear this song. I've never heard this before. I mean, it's a really good song, but I've never heard it by Chad Allan and The Expressions. Well, as I'm reading the Wikipedia page, the next group that actually recorded as a group was the Walker Brothers. They recorded it in 1966. And they released it on a UK-only album called Portrait. Now, the Walker Brothers are from, I believe, Los Angeles. And they made it huge in the UK, so they moved over to the UK. Now, little did I know this until I had done an earlier reaction to the Walker Brothers, that they're actually from the United States. I had always thought they were from the UK. Silly me. So I thought, hey, I got to hear that version too. Why don't I do a comparison between Chad Allan and The Expressions, or the Guess Who, and the Walker Brothers? Well, what I learned was too that this song was actually written in 1965 by Gary Geld and Peter Udell. And it was initially recorded by an artist by the name of Jimmy Clanton and released as a single. Chad Allan and The Expressions were the second group to record this song, or the second artist, you could say, that recorded this song. The Walker Brothers were actually the fourth to record the song, with a female by the name of Ruth Lewis recording it just 2 months prior to the Walker Brothers in 1966, June of 1966. Just to continue, Ruby and the Romantics recorded a version of it in March of 1969, and B.J. Thomas in June of 1969, prior to the Carpenters' big hit version that got to number 2 on Billboard's Hot 100 singles charts in 1972. So that's kind of the history, or the pre-Carpenters history of this particular song. I've not heard any of the versions other than the Carpenters version. So this will be new to me. I'm really excited to hear Chad Allan and The Expressions do a version, and the Walker Brothers. So here we go.
No one in the world ever had a love as sweet as my love. not be a girl as true as you, girl. Oh, my love, I give gladly to you all your love. You give gladly to me. Tell me why then, oh, why should it be that we go on hurting each other? We go on hurting each other, making each other cry, hurting each other without ever knowing why. So
Oh, interesting to hear a male vocalist do this song. I'm so, used to hearing a female vocalist do the song. This is so different. And the way they go into the refrain as well is a little bit different, how they approach the refrain of this song and where they hit the notes. I thought that was pretty cool. And then they've got female vocalists actually helping sing the refrain, which is also kind of cool for a group that is mostly all guys. In fact, it's all guys. So I thought that was kind of cool. It's not a rocker at all. It's a very slow ballad. And you are hearing, the guitars and the piano and the bass and the drum. But it's like a really nice arrangement for what you'd consider a rock band. Now, this is the same group that did the song Shakin' All Over, which I did a reaction on earlier in my reactions. And Shaking All Over is a huge rocker. So this is so different from that song. And so it shows that this group can do nice, soft ballads and heavy rock and roll. So let's keep on going.
Closer than the leaves on a weeping willow, baby, we are. And closer, dear, are we than the simple letters A and B are. All my life I could love only you. All your life you could love only me. Tell me why then, oh, why should it be that we go on hurting each other? We go on hurting each other, making each other cry, hurting each other without ever knowing why. Can we stop hurting each other? Got to stop hurting each other, making each other cry, making each other smile, telling each other apart. Can we stop hurting each other? Gotta stop hurting each other.
Oh, that was really nice. And what I really like, so you know the Carpenters version, and if you've never heard the Carpenters version, then I don't think you've ever listened to AM radio or Top 40 FM radio, because in 1971, 72 they played that song all the time, and it was a monster hit. So this has all the elements of the Carpenters version. So Richard Carpenter, I'm guessing, went back to these earlier versions of the song to see how they were done, and then build the arrangement for Karen to sing based on these earlier versions, because this has a lot of the elements that the Carpenters version has, especially at the end where they're putting a lot of emphasis into hurting each other, and the way that the vocals are starting to escalate, you could say, just escalate, they start going up. But I thought it was really a good version. I really like this a lot. And I like the drumming too. If you listen to the drumming, there's a lot of good fills in the drumming on this thing. So it wasn't just a simple, let's play some guitars, have a little bit of a rhythm track in here and some bass, and then let the lead vocalist take over and have the backing singers help fill in, the vocal area. There was some good drumming in this song where they're just filling in very, very well, giving that song a little extra oomph. But really a cool version of this song. Did not know this existed. I am not disappointed. I really enjoyed this. So I hope you did too. Now we're going to move to the Walker Brothers and see how the Walker Brothers do this song. Now, what I think I read about the Walker Brothers is they actually did the whole song and then they had somebody help arrange the strings. So I'm guessing there's strings in here or horns because there was an arranger that actually did some arranging that was beyond what the Walker Brothers could play with the instruments they had. So I don't know. I haven't heard it. Let's see where it goes. Let's get to the Walker Brothers.
No one in the world ever had a love as sweet as my love. 'Cause nowhere in the world could there be a girl as true as you, girl. All my love I give gladly to you. All your love you give gladly to me. Tell me why then, oh why should it be that we go on hurting each other? We go on hurting each other, making each other cry, hurting each other without ever knowing why.
Okay. Can anybody say the Righteous Brothers? Wow, this is so reminiscent of the Righteous Brothers. The lead vocalist, having that deep vocal pattern in the song, singing the lines, very deep sounding, and then having the other Walker Brothers, they're not really brothers, but they took on the name Walker. Filling in at a higher level, and the sound is very much. It's got a lot of echo built into it. It's almost like a wall of sound type production. A lot of echo, a lot of deep tones in this song. It isn't as bright as what Chad Allan had. Chad Allan and the Expressions were very lively, very what can I say? Very, very bright, very right in your face. While this is very deep sounding, very dark sounding almost. And the Walker Brothers do have that kind of sound. They are just very much where they have this wall of sound, a lot of echo going on, and then that very deep vocals. Very cool, but it's like I'm listening to this and I'm going, this could be the Righteous Brothers. So here we go.
Why? Closer than the leaves on the weeping willow, baby, we are. And closer, dear, are we than the simple letters A and B are. All my life I could love only you. All your life you could love only me. Tell me why then, or why should it be that we go on hurting each other? We go on hurting each other, making each other cry, hurting each other without ever knowing why.
Okay, I just want to stop right here because I'm thinking about listening to this song. When I listened to Chad Allan, it wasn't pleading. It was kind of a slow ballad, but it was more upbeat. This is very, like I said, it's kind of dark, but there seems to be a lot of emotion in this version of the song. Almost like they're pleading with somebody, and we're hurting each other, and there almost feels like a little bit of pain going on in this version in the way the vocals are being presented. It just has a whole different feel to it. And then, like I said, there was somebody that they had arrange this particular version of the song, and that arrangement was, and I was guessing it was strings. It was definitely strings because there's a lot of strings in this, along with the Walker Brothers playing, drum, bass, and guitar. So there's this string level that's in here that we didn't hear in the Chad Allan and the Expressions version. So very different take on this particular song. I mean, it has the same feel, it has the same rhythm, but it just has a whole different feel to it. You know, it's I just feeling a whole different way about this version than I did with the Chad Allan version. So let's keep on going.
Why can't we stop hurting each other? Stop hurting each other, making each other cry, making each other hot, tearing each other apart. Can't we stop hurting each other?
Oh, nice, nice. Oh, I like both versions. I mean, I like the Walker Brothers. I just like their sound. They have that deep baritone sound to the lead vocalist. You've got, you know, your traditional rock and roll instruments playing. This was less of a ballad, I think, than more of a deep expression song of somebody that's really hurting and is in pain. While the Chad Allan was more of a ballad. It was more upbeat, not lighthearted, but you could almost say a little bit more happy sounding than the Walker Brothers. But both are really cool. If I had to say, where did Richard look for arrangements on this song? I don't think he looked at the Walker Brothers version. I think he looked at, if anything, the Chad Allan version or the Jimmy Clanton version of the song to arrange the one that the Carpenters did in 1971 and made a big hit in 1972 with. So this is cool. I just really wanted to hear both these versions. When I saw, you know, first that Chad Allan recorded this, or the Guess Who, I had to hear it. And then when I found out the Walker Brothers did it, it's like, now I really have to hear it. And I was not disappointed. They were both really interesting versions, very different. But if I had to compare one to the Carpenters, I would say it would be the Chad Allan. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy it, hit that like button. That'd be really appreciated. If you have any comments about Chad Allan and the Expressions or the Guess Who and the Walker Brothers doing the song Hurting Each Other, put it in the comments below. That'd be really appreciated. Now I'm going to take a link to of each one of these videos, and I'm going to put it in my description below. So if you want to watch them again, just go into my description, hit the link, it'll open up and play for you, and I won't be stopping them. I'm also going to put a link to the channels that uploaded both these videos in my description below. You might want to check out those channels, and they might have some other really cool stuff you want to watch out there. Now, have you subscribed to Driving with Todd? If you haven't, why don't you do it right now? Just go below this video and hit the subscribe button. That'd make me really, really happy. And if you go over here and ring the bell, you'd get updates to my latest videos. So this was a special for me. I had not heard either of these versions, nor any other version of this song other than the Carpenters. So it's so cool when I learn that other groups have done these songs, and they may have preceded the big hit version, which these two both did. So this was really, really fun for me. Put a big smile on my face. I'm hoping it was fun for you and put a big smile on your face. And peace out, baby.